I got nothing for this opening. Brother Bear 2 is a direct-to-video sequel released August 29, 2006. It is a sequel to the 2003 film Brother Bear. The cast for the movie makes no sense to me. Only 4 of the original actors came back to reprise their roles. Not Joaquin Phoenix, who played Kenai in the first film. He was replaced by Patrick Dempsey. All I could find with Phoenix was he couldn't reprise his role due to scheduling conflicts, whatever that means. The movie relates to a version of the story of Macbeth by Shakespeare. I don't know. Welcome to my 22nd, only 3 left, y'all. Disney direct-to-DVD, not VHS, a DVD sequel movie review. I mean, this was technically, for real this time, the last Disney Toon Studio film to be released on VHS, so moment of silence for real this time. So like, this is the movie I probably was least excited to do out of all of these. Mostly because I think the original movie was boring when I was a child. Granted, I haven't watched it in like all those years, but I did rewatch it to prepare for this one. And all I gotta say is, it's not bad. I really like the beginning of the movie, and I really like the ending of the movie, but the middle just kind of lost me. But overall, I didn't mind it. And then I watched the sequel, and now I hate it again. So let's begin. All right, open shot, the Disney castle. What a surprise. There's birds flying over it. Then, oh my God, look at this first shot. One thing I'll give this film is, gosh dang, look at the animations here. We got mammoths, the Walt Disney Pictures presents Brother Bear 2. So we start off with a song that isn't Phil Collins. That's right. The first film soundtrack was, of course, Philly. I actually didn't know he did that film until I rewatched it, but they got rid of him for the second one. I don't know why. I guess they needed him for Tarzan 2 or something.
Now that inspiration can come from many, many places. With this project, the inspiration came from sitting in that office, watching pencil drawings.
But nonetheless, we have a song here that somewhat fits, so that's kind of good. It's very generic sounding.
Melissa came in and wrote an amazing song for the opening of the film called Welcome to This Day, to remind us of what had happened in Brother Bear 1.
We have Koda and we have Kenai, and they're just playing around, talking to the funny moose from the first film. Remember those Canadian boys? They run into Tug the bear, who totally don't remember this guy from the first film. He's asking him where they are going.
Gonna get dibs.
Whatever that means. They ask Tug if he wants to join them on their endeavors.
Well, I'd love to, little Koda, but can't keep the girls waiting. You can't run from love.
Oh, he's a player. So they are off. They're trying to be the best bears ever. Then they go to bed. So as they are sleeping, Kenai has a dream about a girl he was friends with as a kid. Wonder if she's going to be important later. Her name is Nita. After like a quick rescue mission to save her from the water, they bond by this fire. They do some cave drawings, you know, the typical stuff. They look at some nice auroras over some beautiful backdrops. Her dad or someone calls her to leave, so he just kind of leaves him on a boat, never to be seen again. He wakes up saying her name. Koda clowns him for asking who Nina is. She's just a girl. Now we go back to the village. We see Nita doing girl things, getting ready for something. The voice of her aunts, one of them was really familiar to me, and I had to look it up. And one of these aunts are played by the same voice actress who did Chica in The Emperor's New Groove, Kronk's New Groove, that I reviewed like 2 weeks ago. And I was just like, damn, Disney just loves repurposing their actors for many things. But anyways, her dad comes in to tell her that her mother would have been proud of her, some generic stuff, and he loves her. And so then he like escorts her out of this strange wedding ceremony, arranged marriage. Weird. And that's not Kenai. Then we get like lightning, and then just the whole place comes down. Someone's angered the gods. I guess they just weren't meant to be. I don't know what's happening here, but this wedding is off for now. So after that, we get Wanda Sykes. You guys know who she is? As the shaman Inoko, which that's a name. Also, who is this lady? Where's the lady from the first film? She's the wisest person there. She could speak to the spirits or something. This is all normal stuff, by the way. She asks the spirits, and they say she can't marry that rando. So she shows her a necklace she got from Kenai, well, when they were younger, and well, you can see where this is going.
And undo what's been done? No more conversation. There is one way.
So she has to eat an ox. Wait, no, that's not right.
What? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's the equinox!
She tells her she has to go to like these waterfalls to burn this necklace, but has to go with Kenai. There's lots of weird complications here, so Witch Lady does some spells.
Afraid it's in there.
And then she grants her the ability to speak to bears, so that should help with the situation. Back with the boys, they dig in the snow, they hear someone nearby, and Kenai just goes... He runs into Nita. I guess she has never seen him before, I guess as a bear. He's confused why she can understand him and such. So like my question is, do they live in the same camp? And does Kenai just never come to visit? I mean, since she wasn't even in the first movie, I don't know. She asked him to come burn the necklace with her in the spot so she can get married. But he's like, no way, I gave you that shit. Also, what the fuck, you getting married? Like, imagine your childhood crush coming up to you and asking you to help them destroy something you gave to them to marry another man. I'm on the bear side. Regardless, she threatens him with, well, they'll turn you back into a man if you don't comply to this. So I guess he has no choice now. It works every time, and they're off. We got a whole movie ahead of us, y'all. On the way, the comic relief Canadian mooses are talking about working out.
Yeah, we gotta go work out. Yeah, gotta keep these muscles real buffy. Come on.
Which is news to me that moose work out. They ask Kenai for help hitting on the girl mooses. Then Nita shows up.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Scary, isn't she?
Let's go.
He's like, hold up, I gotta help the bros out with their girl problems. Then they devise a plan that ends in them getting scared from the bear anyway, so they are pretty weak. The plan failed. All right, next. So she loses the bag with the amulet in there in the water and gets PTSD from drowning when she was younger, so she can't go get it. And so it's lost forever in the waterfall. And then it goes off the waterfall, and then this happens.
Let's see what we got here. We got
It's mine!
I mean, you gotta add the padding somewhere, guys. Also, the raccoon's played by Jim Cummings. Fun fact, they find a way to sneak him in and everything. Now it's after that raccoon. So a quick scene before, though, they argue about getting the amulet, and she just needs to marry, like really hammer this home for the guy. She sleeps, and the next morning they find the hidden trees hideout of the raccoons, and she climbs that shit herself. Of course, Mr. Raccoon Jim Cummings doesn't want to give that shit back to her, and so he lets out his whole raccoon thief army to stop them by throwing pine cones at them. They could wait it out, but it is a pine forest.
It's a pine, forest!
Oh, right. This could take a while.
Nita sneaks around the tree and gets the amulet from the baby raccoon. It's time to go. So after some quick slaps, she climbs a tree to like the top. Are they trying to kill her or just take the amulet? Anyway, she just jumps off the tree, gets caught by bear. All is well. Let's laugh it off. They run into the comic relief moose playing in the mud that looks just like shit.
I got news for you, little brother. That wasn't mud.
JK, I guess that's shit then. They devised a plan to help the goofballs get the girls again. They use Koda as bait to make it look like they are good with kids. And you know, it works.
Would you ladies be interested in grazing on some twigs?
We love twigs.
Smooth. These guys are just fucking hornballs for that moose pussy, that moosey. All right, let's continue the mission. She explains she has a rational fear of water because, you know, PTSD, and is scared to cross the river. So after Koda teases her with some fish, then we move on to another song, Yay. It's another travel montage while this plays.
Just an obvious choice that it had to be a male-female duet.
So many things I've been missing.
And you know, it's whatever. It just feels like home. I don't know, these two, you soon to be lovebirds. They're just strengthening this bond with each other. All the while, poor little Koda bear is watching all this happen, and he's realizing that he's not focusing on me anymore. I don't know. This part of the movie kind of gave me like Mulan 2 vibes, where, her and Li Shang went on their adventure to get the three brides to marry, and they ended up falling in love with each other the whole time. Mushu was trying to break it up. The same vibes. Also, what the fuck is this? She's apparently just over her fear, just like that. Could even open her eyes underwater. What is this strange animation? There's just a lot of weird questions here. Poor Koda. He's not loved anymore. The moose come to check on him. They vent.
My own brother gave me the heave-ho, eh? All for a babe. Actually, two really, really hot babes.
They bond over their companions just abandoning them. It's a very sad scene. Next, the two soon-to-be lovebirds are talking to each other. She asks him if he ever, wanted to change back into a human, because Loki, she can't fuck a bear. At least, well, understandable. And Koda overhears this.
I knew it. You're going back with her.
Koda, wait.
He runs away. She finds him in an ice cave that's fallen apart. He don't want to go back with her. Then, it's collapsing. I don't know why or how,
but it's collapsing.
Long story short, they make it out. Just kidding. Then a fucking avalanche. What is happening? They slide down. They got some snow on them. I don't know how long they've been in that snow because they get dug out untouched by Big Brother Bear. They should be dead. I don't know how he knew where they were. We're just not going to dwell on this that much longer, guys. Koda explains his issues. He says that he won't leave the poor little cub. Some more sad shit as we pan out into the next scene. The Moose Boys, we gotta love them. They're looking at the aurora.
This show's giving me the munchies, eh?
I didn't know he was like that. The sad moose bro is crying, and the girls think, I guess that's kind of hot, and they go over to cuddle with him.
I like your hooves, and I'm a hoof man. Why didn't I think of that?
We got a happy ending here with our boy. That's good. So back with the bros and girl, finally make it to the place that escapes my mind. By the way, this journey was supposed to be a 3-day trip. I don't know if it was a 3-day trip. It seemed like a day and a half. Regardless, they make it. And I guess this is the spirit gods doing this, but once they make it, the whole place just defrosts itself. No questions asked. All right, let's get through this shit. So they set up shop, just immediately burn that shit into the sky. Now she can't understand Bear anymore, and this part is kind of sad. A song plays here. She says goodbye, and it's called It Will Be Me. And I'm not gonna lie, the way they started it kind of threw me off. If you hear a voice. I don't know who's in charge of putting songs in these sequel movies, but it needs to stop.
It was really one of the most moving moments in my life.
And she went home and wrote a song within a month. We had our song finished. We never touched it again.
I also paused it on this scene because, damn, look at the scenery. The Australians really just do be putting in their best here. Shout out. The song ends with her going back into the village and Koda telling Big Bro that her dad loves her. He's like, nah, I'm over that. I don't know why Koda had a change of heart here, but they separate. He goes to look at the aurora and he talks to his mama, and I'm sure something's gonna happen out of this later. The next morning, the Moose Boys love him. They wake up Kenai, say, hey, little bro just went to the village to go get the girl back. But he has to get him because the village will kill the bear. Put a pin in this because I'm gonna add to this BS in just a second. So she's getting ready for the wedding. She tells Daddy-O she can't marry that guy. Then a scream is heard outside because Baby Bear Koda is here. They chase him up a tree. Then Brother Bear shows up to rescue him. And everyone goes to get their spears. Okay, I'm pausing here. What the fuck? 1, first off, it was a baby bear. What's it gonna do? And 2, I'm sorry. Do they not know who that bear is? Like in the last movie, it ended with them being together with the bears and everyone loving each other and shit, and now they want to kill him? I don't know. Benefit of the doubt. Did they forget what he looks like? Why is no one listening to her tell them to stop? Is this a different village? Where's Wanda Sykes? A war is happening. They end up catching Koda, and the moose show up to help.
See, eh?
What happens next? A fight with Big Bro and man happens. Then he throws, by the way, we don't know who this man is. Where's his brother? What is it? Where are we? I don't know, this random man, I guess the man of the village, he throws some fire at his face. He kicks him off. Nita runs down to check on him. Another sad scene. He's dying. Oh no, not another one about to die in these sequel movies. What are we gonna do? As she says she loves him too. And then, oh my God, an Aurora, just like the first film. The spirits, she can understand them again. But oop. Now everybody can understand the animals, even her father. He shows up just out of the blue to tell her to choose what her heart desires. Guess what she chooses? She chooses to get turned into a bear. Yep, what is this Shrek shit? Why did she choose this? Love is really powerful. Let's finish the film. So now the whole village apparently just loves bears now, because apparently the ending of the first film, they must have just been secretly hiding it. A song starts as they parade around the village. This song's about great spirits. It sounds the same as the other songs in the film. Welcome magic as we get a shot over the village and then the fam, and then just a scenic shot over the mountains into a cave that magically turns into bears. That's Brother Bear 2. Oh, what a film. It ends with the Disney Toons logo. Need I say more? I have a lot of questions. Like, why wasn't his real life brother at their wedding? Where are half the characters from the first movie? Who are these new ones that are barely in the movie? Why are we here? The soundtrack for Brother Bear 2 was released in August 2006. It's only available on digital. I don't know why I didn't release a physical. A little strange.
As soon as I found out that, well, first of all, that I was going to be on the movie, and then Melissa was as well, I went back and pretty much bought all of her CDs and studied them. I have to say, this whole movie has just been a dream. You could just tell that it was going to be a special project.
But there are some deleted scenes that are not included on the DVD bonus features. I don't know why. Also, if I can find them, I'll manage to throw them up here, but I'll explain what each of those 3 deleted scenes are. The first one is the full complete childhood scene, flashback, where in the beginning where it has Nita and Kenai. It was just originally a longer scene. The second one was Kenai's, do I ever say his name right this whole movie? Kenai's nightmare, where it had a flashback to Sitka, is that how you say Sitka from the first movie, that old man? It has a flashback to his death in that first movie. With this scene removed, the film doesn't even include a reference to Kenai's village or family, so this is a different village. There's also an alternate ending where Kenai did decide to become a human again in order to be with Nita, but ultimately it was scrapped because for the fear that it would undermine the message and the ending of the first one, but it was already undermined in this one. The movie received mixed reviews from the critics, of course, with an average of 5.6 out of 10, but this is the second direct-to-video sequel to have a higher rating than its predecessor, with the first film being an extremely goofy movie. Which, what are we doing here, guys? I don't know. This movie had a bunch of weird cliches. I don't know what's up with that. It does have a DVD game called Trample or A, which if you couldn't guess, it's a game with the comic Canadian moose. It's just trivia. You collect moose coins and, well, I don't know what you do with them because it never explains it.
As long as you told them that we need to collect enough moose chips to trade in so we can get the best seats for the Northern Light show, eh? You know, like to impress our dates.
Oh, why'd you have to go and tell them that, eh?
Don't forget to register your DVD. You gotta remember this, guys. Nonetheless, the film was pointless. It didn't need to be made 3 years after the first one. At least we're not getting into Bambi 2 territories here, but other than that, the movie's not for me. I prefer the human elements more in the first movie, and this just did not have that. I don't even think we saw Kenai as a human at all in this film. But yeah, this movie is not one of my fortes, so I really don't have much else to add to it. But thank you for joining me. Join me next time where I cover the next Disney direct-to-DVD, DVD, not VHS, sequel movie review, The Fox and the Hound 2. I haven't seen this one, but if it destroys the original film, I'm going to be mad.